The story of Tobit. This story is about a righteous man named Tobit who was resilient amidst the adversities he faced in his life. This story also explains how God sent an angel to help Tobit to regain all that he had lost. Here I am presenting you the story of Tobit. Once there lived a rich man named Tobit in the city of Nineveh. He was a Jewish exile. He lived with his wife Anna and their son Tobias. He was an honest man who helped the needy. He lived according to the commandments of God and never failed to offer 1/10 of his income to God. The king of that country developed hatred towards the Israelites. He killed them and threw away their bodies as a punishment. But Tobit secretly took their bodies and gave them a decent burial. This came to the knowledge of the king. Since Tobit knew that his life was in danger, he fled from Nineveh. But all his possessions were seized by the king. Only his wife and son were left in a miserable condition. After a while, the king was assassinated by his own sons. So Tobit returned back to Nineveh. By then, he was 62 years old. Even though he had lost everything, he continued to help the poor. One day, when he was sleeping outside the house, the droppings from a sparrow fell into his eyes and he became blind. In spite of several medication, his eyesight could not be restored. He was blind for almost 4 years. So his wife had to work as a weaver to support the financial needs of their family. One day, in an argument, his wife insulted him. Due to this, he felt embarrassed. He preferred to be dead rather than to be tormented by insults. He begged God to take his life from this world. Parallelly, at the same time, a young girl named Sarah in the city of Ecbatana pleaded God to take her life from this world. Sarah was the daughter of a man named Raguel who lived in the city of Ecbatana in Media. Raguel was a close relative of Tobit. Sarah had been married 7 times, but each time when she got married, her husband was killed by an evil demon on the same night of their marriage. One day, her maid teased her, and due to this, she became disheartened and decided to hang herself. But she felt that it would be a disgrace to her father and he would feel miserable. So she suspended the thought of killing herself and prayed to God to take her life from this world. The prayers of both Tobit and Sarah were heard by God from heaven simultaneously, and he sent angel Raphael to help both of them. Tobit suddenly remembered that he had given a huge sum of money to his relative Gabel, who lived in Rages in Media. He advised Tobias to collect it from Gabel. Since Tobias had never been to Media, he was wondering as how to go there. He met angel Raphael on the way, who disguised himself as a commoner. Raphael informed Tobias that he had come there in search of a job. Tobias asked Raphael whether he would accompany him to Media. Raphael agreed to do so. After a long walk, they camped by the river Tigris. Tobias went down the river to wash his feet. Suddenly, a huge fish caught his feet. Raphael advised him to catch the fish. He asked him to cut it and take its gallbladder, heart, and liver as it had medicinal properties. Tobias did as instructed and they continued their journey. They reached the city of Ecbatana where Raguel, the relative of Tobit, lived. Since Tobias was the close relative of Raguel, Raphael said that he had the right to marry Raguel's daughter Sarah. But Tobias was aware that whomever married Sarah were killed by a demon. Raphael convinced Tobias not to panic about the demon as he had a solution for it. So they went to Raguel's house. Raguel was excited to meet his close relative. As they were dining together, Tobias expressed his intention to marry Sarah. Raguel agreed and the wedding took place. On that night, Raphael advised Tobias to take the liver and heart of the fish that they had caught in the river and burn it in his bedroom. When the demon came in search of Tobias to kill him, it was unable to withstand that smell and it fled away. Raphael chased the demon and bound it. Both Tobias and Sarah felt relieved and they praised God. The whole family celebrated and feasted for many days. Meanwhile, Tobias requested Raphael to travel to Rages and collect the money back from Gabel. Raphael did so and returned back with loads of money on camels. Raguel also gave half of his property to his son-in-law Tobias. Raphael, Tobias and Sarah returned to Nineveh with a lot of wealth. Anna and Tobit felt happy on seeing them. Raphael advised Tobias to apply the gall of the fish on Tobit's eyes. As soon as he applied it, his eyesight was restored. It was a day of great joy for them. Both Tobit and Tobias realized that all this fortune was only due to their traveling companion Raphael. So they called Raphael and gave him half of the wealth they had. But Raphael said to them, "It is time to reveal to you who I am. I am Angel Raphael, one of the 7 angels who stand in the glorious presence of God. It was I who took your good deeds and prayer intentions to God. God sent me to cure you and rescue your daughter-in-law." On hearing this, both Tobit and Tobias trembled in fear. But the angel said, "Don't be afraid. Praise and thank God." Saying so, the angel disappeared. Tobit and Tobias thanked God for all the mighty deeds he had done through the angel. Since Tobit became rich again, he generously helped the poor and he died peacefully at the age of 112. The story ends here. Reflection. What do we learn from this story? Even when we go through several trials and tribulations in our life, we should not conclude to end up our life. If we do so, our soul will never reach heaven. It is only God who has given us this precious gift of life has the right to take it back from us. Our body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Hence, we should not destroy it. When we are distressed, Satan will tempt us by saying, "If you kill yourself, you will be free from all the troubles of life." His main intention is to drag our soul to hell. But the agony which a soul undergoes in hell is indefinite and indescribable. The suffering that we experience in this world is nothing when compared to that agony in hell. Hence, we should not heed to the deceitful words of Satan. There may be problems in our life for which we think there is no solution at all. From this story, we clearly understand that whatever is impossible for man is possible for God. We have to only trust in God and pray earnestly to Him. At times when we are dejected, we may feel, even though I live a righteous life, why do I have lot of sufferings? But believe God will glorify us through the same suffering at the right time. Even today, to help us, God sends His angels disguised in the form of a human. We would have felt this at certain situations in our lives. If someone in our family is in distress, we should not tease them. Instead, we should comfort them and help them to recover from their suffering. In this story, we see that the same king who killed the innocent Israelites was in turn killed by his own sons. This illustrates, when you do evil to others, the same will befall on you. In the Bible, we come across several verses which emphasize the significance of charity. When we extend our support to the deprived, God will in turn bless us abundantly. The charity work that we do will protect us from various calamities of life. We should glorify God by sharing with others all the mighty deeds that He has done for us. The more you glorify God, the more He will bless you. As we have seen in this story, all our good deeds and prayer intentions are carried by the angels into the glorious presence of God. Each and every drop of tear that we shed in loneliness is held preciously by God in His hand. At the right time, He will provide the solution for all our worries. Even an earthly father gets disheartened seeing his child being in distress, then how much more will our Father in heaven be concerned about us? Thank you for watching this video. May God bless you. To get new video updates, please subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon.